This is Brian.
This is Sarah.
And we're Khaki Shorts. We went to Asheville on our honeymoon, actually.
Right.
And we stayed at an AirBnB in Biltmore Village that was pretty close to the Biltmore Estate. And we are going to tell you all about it, show you some footage of it, and tell you what we thought about it.
Right.
Right. So stick around. Here at Khaki Shorts, we focus on travel, food, and just utter nonsense. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to join our community.
Yeah, we found this room on Airbnb. It was really pricey. Friday, Saturday,
and came back on Sunday.
Yeah, so rooms were crazy expensive at hotels there. Then Airbnbs, like the actual whole units were expensive too. And then this place is actually a room, an ensuite, that used to be at a old bed and breakfast.
Or a bread and breakfast, either one. Those are even better.
Bed and breakfast.
Because you get bread and a breakfast.
Bed and breakfast. And it had its own entrance, so
right.
It's like a hotel room.
Yeah, it's an older home though. I think it was built in 1910 or 1890.
It's an old home.
Yeah, it was a really old home, but they had completely redone it though.
It's really cute though, so actually I would go back.
Yeah, the downstairs, the family lived in the downstairs. Their rooms were all on the first floor. You went up the steps, which was like 2 landings.
Yeah, you don't see anybody. There's a little landing and a room for coffee and stuff, and then 2 rooms that they apparently rent out.
Right, and we were in the Vanderbilt Room, and the other one was the...
I don't remember
what the other one was called. But they also on the property had like a small cottage that they rented out.
Right.
I think that was on Airbnb as well, and that one you didn't even have to go inside the house. It was outside, had its own entrance and everything. They had a gazebo outside with a little sitting area, and we actually met some of the family on our way out. They were just sitting outside in the gazebo. Mm-hmm. The outside actually had a big lawn area in the front and in the back. They had a hammock, they had some chairs out there.
Off-street parking.
Off-street parking, they had a gravel area where you could park, so there was plenty of parking. You didn't have to worry about parking on the street and somebody hitting your car in the middle of the night.
Or backing out.
So that was nice. You could pull up in there and don't have to worry about parking. Most of the house, they just had the windows open, even though it was in June.
You get up to the landing, and I noticed it's like really warm up there, and they had the house fan.
The attic fan going. So their little breakfast area, it's like breakfast wasn't included officially, but they had all kinds of stuff in the breakfast area. They had a K-cup machine, so you could get coffee. They had like disposable coffee cups, or they had like regular ceramic coffee cups.
Tea.
They had tea. They had an electric kettle for your hot water. They also had like granola bars and breakfast bars.
Bagels.
They had a fridge with bagels in it and bread. You could make toast. They also had like jelly and half and things for your coffee. They had fresh fruit you could take, so all of that was kind of included in your Airbnb price. I actually used the coffee maker both mornings. I made her tea both mornings. Made her a bagel one morning to kind of tide her over till breakfast. So that was kind of a cool little extra, you know. So we actually took advantage of that quite a bit. Now our room, it didn't have central air, it just had a window unit. But it kept it nice and cool in there. It was just a little loud because it kind of ran all the time.
But in hindsight, I guess we're by a trauma center behind us, and I guess they air...
Like a life flight?
Yeah, they do life flights there. So the first night, it woke you up. Mm-hmm. I was out. The AC kind of helps drown that out because it's constant.
Right, and since it's so close, it's like the helicopter's literally taking off from the roof and going right across where your Airbnb is. But it's like, honestly, it didn't, it woke me up, but I didn't think anything about it, that it being, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't like, oh my God, every 30 minutes this helicopter's come across.
It's a helicopter freeway.
Yeah, helicopter expressway.
Yeah.
So the room itself, like I said, the air kept it really cool. It wasn't huge, I guess. It was pretty good size.
It was pretty, though.
It was very pretty. We loved the wallpaper.
Yeah.
I think it looks like tarantulas. She really liked it. She said it looked masculine. So it's kind of like, it's not shiplap on the bottom. It's just like paneled wood.
They did a really nice job of redoing the room. It was nice.
So it has a queen size bed, but it looks really big and heavy because it's like a dark wood.
It's a black. It's black.
But it was very comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't have any trouble sleeping. You didn't have any trouble sleeping.
Nope,
They had plenty
nice.
of pillows. They had a couple of chairs where you could sit and do some reading. They had quite a few lamps. And they had at the foot of the bed, they had like a big heavy dresser, like chest of drawers, or as my mom says, Chester drawers. Hey, that's the southern thing. Everybody in the South says Chester drawers, which I guess is just chest of drawers. Just kind of run it all together. When I was a kid, I thought it was Chester drawers, like it was a person. Like instead of like Bob Dance, it's Chester drawers. You never thought that?
No.
They don't call them chest of drawers in California?
They call them chest of drawers.
Fine. Californians, and they're like, we speak properly. Jeez. So anyway, so there was plenty of storage room in there. There wasn't really anywhere to. Oh, there was a walk-in closet.
Yes, there's a huge walk-in closet.
Huge walk-in closet, which we did. I mean, for 1 or 2 nights, you don't need anything huge.
I hung up 2 dresses.
Yeah, 2 dresses, and I hung up a polo shirt. But the only downside, there was really no outlets free if you needed to plug in your phone.
Yeah,
charge.
there were a lot of extension cords.
A lot of extension cords running across. But I think when they redid this place, it's such an old house, they had to put in some outlets, and they just didn't put in quite enough. Not,
but the room's cute.
But the room's nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Room. It's got a nice view. One of the windows looks out onto the backyard, which is this huge expanse that goes down. It's all green.
Right.
You're far enough off the street, you don't really hear the traffic.
No.
I mean, you heard it a little bit, but not.
But the AC running.
Yeah, the AC running kind of all that. The bathroom is pretty good size. The only downside to it was that the air conditioner didn't cool in there great in the middle of the day when it was hot. So it was a little warm in the bathroom, but not like over the top, like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. Yeah.
And they redid the bathrooms too, and I really like the tile work.
Yeah, the tile work was really cool. We love the shower. The shower's pretty, it's like all glassed in, kind of a half glass.
They had to, like, I guess, put it in based on the way the house was, because the roof sloped on one side. But I think they did a really good job, like whoever did that.
Right.
Put it in well.
And then it's got a nice vanity with a mirror. It has quite a bit of storage with drawers and
and they had all the like lotion, whatever you needed, shampoo and everything.
Yeah, they had lots of stuff because some Airbnbs you go to, they're just you have to bring everything. Right. They had plenty of lotion. They had plenty of hair dryer, towels, soap. I mean, anything you needed, they had. We did talk to the girl who, I don't know if she's the owner or the daughter, the kind of family owns it, but she was really nice. She gave us some advice on some different restaurants to go try. We actually walked from there. It's on Grindstaff Street, Grindstaff Drive. I'll also put a link to the Airbnb listing in the description below so you can see it if you want to go book it. So she actually said you could walk into Biltmore Village if you wanted, that it was all downhill, but then when you're trying to come back, it's all uphill. Right. So she kind of gave us a little alternate route that was more residential and not quite on the main road. So Friday night, we actually walked down to Biltmore Village and went to Corner Kitchen, which you can see our video, I'll put the description on that, of going to Corner Kitchen and where we ate there. Mm-hmm. So we really enjoyed that. We thought that was a good.
Yeah, I mean that you can walk down there.
That you could walk down there.
There was like no.
Yeah, there's not a lot of parking. There weren't really any big lots. It was mostly just on the side of the street parking. Right. And so on a Friday and Saturday,
was nice.
Yeah, the Friday and Saturday night it would have been really crazy. And also from there was a couple of breweries, like microbreweries, that were close. Where if you wanted to, you go down and drink and
then walk back.
And then walk back. They had lots of places to hang out and drink, and they had food trucks. And
we're lucky that the weather was like decent. Like it was hot during the day maybe, but in the evening it was warm, but not overly crazy.
Right. They did have a couple of pets. They had a cat. It was an outdoor cat. They also had a couple of dogs,
right,
I think, which were both very friendly. We love dogs anyway, so I can make friends with a dog more than I can a human, pretty much. So, but yeah, we didn't have any trouble finding the place. We missed a turn and had to kind of like go around the block to get back to it, but that wasn't their fault. That was us.
That was GPS.
Yeah, GPS kind of screwed us up a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty easy to find. The house is very distinctive looking. I mean, you can tell it's an old house.
It's set back though. Like you gotta like drive in and then you see it.
Yeah, it's definitely set off the street quite a bit. It's a huge lot. It's probably an acre.
I don't know, it's big.
Or 3/4 acre lot. It's a pretty good size.
I would go back. That was a nice Airbnb.
Yeah,
and actually, I think it was better than staying. It's better staying there than at a hotel. Unless you're staying at a really expensive hotel in the Biltmore Village.
Right.
But if you weren't like us, you know, we don't have that budget. So our budget's more like Holiday Inn Express.
Right. Yeah, we're not.
So,
yeah.
For that same price or less.
Yeah, we can't stay at the Grove
there.
Park Inn. We don't have that kind of money.
Right.
So.
Well, we do, but.
Yeah, but we're not going to spend it on that. Not on a hotel for one night.
Right.
So yeah, you really have. If you're going to go to Biltmore Estate, you have to have a car, or a tour bus or something that takes you. Just from the entrance to the parking lot for the estate is probably a mile, 3/4 of a mile.
But from our Airbnb to the gates, it was less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was really close.
Right.
Yeah, and we passed the nicest McDonald's ever. I think Biltmore Village is like, if you're going to build a McDonald's here, this thing better be nice.
Yeah, so if you're going there, you should visit the McDonald's.
Yeah, it's literally right on the corner, right before you turn to get to the entrance to the estate, and it has like pressed copper ceilings and like ironwork railings, and it's got a player baby grand piano, and it's a super nice McDonald's.
You're like, am I in a McDonald's?
Yeah, we just stopped in there to grab like a breakfast sandwich, kind of tide us over till lunch. So.
Right.
But we also visited the estate and the house and everything, which we've already done a video on the garden. I'll put the link to that down below too. So anyway, so we was definitely. Who is Stephanie? Is she a friend of yours?
I don't know, but specifically, no.
So we would definitely stay in the Vanderbilt Room again at the Grindstaff Drive in Biltmore Village. So if you're looking for an Airbnb in that area, definitely check it out. I'll put the link in the description below.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up from both of us. So thanks for coming along with us on this. And if you ever get a chance to go to Asheville, it's definitely
Brand umbrella. If it's the summer,
for the heat.
And it's
She's
hot,
talking about for the
you need
sun,
a
not for the
sunbrella.
So anyway, so thanks for coming along. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to join our community and check out some of our other videos from our travel to Asheville and some other places. Thanks for coming.